Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Redstone showcase video. Today I'll be showcasing an elevator that I made. This video will sort of be an interlude between the chessboard 3.0 that I made in my last video and a new bigger redstone project that I'm working on. So the elevator that I made was designed to be very realistic, meaning you can go to multiple floors, not just two. It has a ceiling, so it's a closed cabin, and you can call the elevator to any floor you want. So just to demonstrate, I'll go from floor 10 to floor 4. And as you can see, the selection system is pretty simple. You just use the lectern and swap between the pages. You can also, a benefit of this is that you can also write descriptions of the floor you're going to. So let's go to floor 4. So you hit this button to start the floor up. This light will turn on, and then it'll start going down. Alright, here we are on floor 4. So it worked. And now to demonstrate the calling system, I'll call this elevator up to another floor. So let's say I was on floor 7 and the elevator wasn't here, so I wanted the elevator to come up. I can just hit this button and wait, and the elevator will make its way up here. There it is. And now let's go from floor 7 to floor 9. As you can see, it's a little bit smoother going up. Another interesting feature that was definitely not intended is that if you hold down this button, it's like holding the elevator door open, which makes it more realistic, I guess. So that's a win for me. But it still has a little bit of delay between hitting the button and the elevator moving. So now we can move into what this elevator has over a typical elevator. First of all, it's multiple floors, but that's not anything new. It's pretty compact, but then again, not very easy to build, very complicated. It has a maximum of 15 floors, so you could build up to 15 floors. I only built 11 here, but you could go higher. And most importantly, the floors can be spaced in any way imaginable. So as long as its floors are farther apart than this, so floor 2 could have been like a block higher, or 5 blocks higher, or 6 blocks higher. Floor 3 could be 2 blocks higher, and they can basically be spaced anyway. And I've made sure to design this so that there's some configuration around these lines where it'll function, and that's what this clay is for, in part. And I'll go down here and explain that. So the cyan clay matches the floor height, as you can see. So this floor right here, the ground, will match always to the cyan per floor. So this part's matching to this floor, and that part's matching to that floor. But the difference between cyan and lime, for example, lime right now, since my floors are spaced in the optimal way, my lime will be in this demonstration. It'll be exactly like this. But for example, if I were to raise the second floor by 1, the cyan would go up, but the rule for the lime terracotta is that it can't be lower than the cyan, so it would have to be raised 2 blocks. So relative to the first floor, it has to occur every 2 blocks, which is sort of complicated, but there's a reason for it, and it's to match up with this and some other things. And for the light gray, it's opposite. It has to be 1 lower or matching the cyan. And the yellow is always the same relative to the first floor. So this will just be things that are necessary for just for the first floor, or below the elevator, stuff like that. So now I'll start to sort of explain how it works. So right here is the floor selection system. You select a floor by choosing a page number. So this is set to go to floor 8. So the signal strength, once this redstone is turned off will let the signal strength through, and it'll be a signal strength of 8. This is probably a bad decision, bad floor to do. So I'll change this to 6. So it is going to turn this signal strength into a binary output, so that's easier to work with. So say a signal strength of 8 comes through here. Let me go into spectator mode. This composter right here is set to 8 signal strength. So this comparator will detect whether this is 8, and if it is 8, it will subtract 8 from the total output, and then it'll activate that bit. So it would be 1 0 0 0. It's set to 6 right now, so it wouldn't activate this because it's not bigger than or equal to 8. So it would be 6 come through here. It is bigger than 4, as you can see this is set to 4. So it would pass through, subtract 4, and then this is 2, and then it basically does that, and that's how it sets the bits. So that's how the selection works, and after you select, the bits are transferred down to this area right here, which then activates these bubble columns, and that activates every single one of these. And what this system right here is doing is detecting whether the signal coming in matches the floor, matches this floor. So right now this is 3 because in binary this is 0 0 1 1. All of these torches need to turn off while simultaneously these stay off in order for this line to turn off. So this line will only turn off if the binary input coming in is 3. So in our case, when it was 6, it would activate up here because these two central bits would be activated, 0 0 1 1 0, which is the binary code for 6. And these wouldn't activate, meaning this line would turn off, which would activate this system here, which pushes this redstone block across, unpowering this piston. That will allow this piston, when it's powered, to push across this block, and that will power the system that stops the elevator. And this piston right here will only be powered once the elevator reaches this spot. So that's the gist of it. I didn't really go into elevator calling or some of the more complicated systems in here, but a world download for this will be in the description if you want to try it out and look around. Last time I asked for a like goal and we didn't even make it halfway there, so I think I'm being a little bit too ambitious. So I'm just going to release a world download for this. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you for my next Redstone project, which will probably be in a month or 3 months or 9 months, depending on how I feel and if I actually feel like doing anything. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you.